Hello again, everyone. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to interview Claude about the Gods album. You've now heard a little bit about every track. You've now heard a little bit of each part of the Gods album in terms of music, and I thought it'd be nice just to sit and have a bit of a chat about the album as a whole, rather than us just telling you about the tracks. So the first thing I want to ask you, because the last album before this was
They Architect the Stars.
They Architect the Stars.
Oh no, there's an EP, Wickerways,
Yes,
Dogs.
thank you. That's where I was going.
The album was They Architect the Stars. I'm answering your questions, Angela.
So Claude doesn't just release music to get it out there and make money for us and you know, get people listening to it. She actually does little charity things every so often, and Wickerways was released. And
I mean, I'm not in, you know, money's great, it's a great return on your creativity, but I mean, if I wanted to make money, I'd have released a load of drivel by now, but it's chart topping.
Not something
something I'm into a bit more creative.
Yeah.
Creativity and a bit of pride in what I do, but yes, Wickerways.
Wickerways was a great little album. It was great for dogs. It was actually produced with dogs in mind on fireworks night, wasn't it?
So how, just tell everybody how we met them.
We met Sarah and Roz. Sarah runs Wickerways in Lincoln, and Roz is one of the volunteers there, and we met them at a Lizzie Events in Lincoln.
Didn't they come and see us?
They came to one of my meditations.
Because I was playing music.
Yeah, and we ended up talking and we ended up having a chat. Then they invited us over to see Wickerways and to spend some time with the doggies, and to, you know, Roz took us into her home and gave us food, and they made us feel so welcome and so like one of the family, pretty much.
And Roz has got the longest garden I've ever seen in my life.
Amazing. Through lockdown, she's done a pub crawl down her garden. Her husband has put glasses all around her garden, and she's done pub crawls.
That's ultimate.
Yeah,
that's the dream. That is the dream.
So after a couple of times of seeing them and stuff, Claude sort of came up with the idea of possibly doing a bit of a charity EP for the dogs.
Well, I mean, we are massive animal lovers, and even though we have cats for pets, we love dogs, and you know, we do where we can help. Is raise money where we can, whether it's donating music or you're doing your tarot readings.
I do tarot readings, or I quite often donate tarot readings to animal charities. I've done it for Gracie's Cat Rescue, I've done it for All Ears Rabbit Rescue, and I've done it for Wickerways as well. So, you know, dogs, rabbits and cats. But I'd probably do it for any animal rescue. We've done it for the hedgehogs as well actually, haven't we? We've raised some money for hedgehogs. I think
anything we can do, I mean, you know, the ultimate thing of my music is out for the benefit of you, the benefit of me, of mental well-being and spiritual well-being, and it's designed for that. And if rewards, and when rewards come, which they do, I mean, the reward for me mainly is the creativity and the satisfaction in that, but monetary rewards get me and Ange where we need to be comfortably, and doing all the things to help others and ourselves.
Doing the things that we love as well. You know.
I mean, we've got the ultimate plan is the Earth Tree Healing Retreat, Earth Tree Retreat, isn't it? And that's it's just, you know, the barriers of money, isn't it?
Yeah. But we need to find our work-life balance, don't we? And that's what we try to do with what we do. So that was the last EP. Before that, it was They Architect the Stars. Before that, it was Goddess, wasn't it? Was it Reiki before that?
I think Goddess was 2000 and... Oh God, I would have to have a look now. Pass me that.
But the Goddess album was there, and I've been saying to Claude for quite a while now, I think it's a good 2 or 3 years I've been saying to Claude, you need to do a Gods album, because you've done the Goddess album, that's come out, that was a pretty successful album, you know, people enjoyed the Goddess album, and you need to do a Gods album. You need to start working alongside it and start doing a Gods album as well.
We've got quite, well, from Wickerways backwards, we've got They Architect the Stars, which was from a sci-fi album, And then we did Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That is a pretty album, that is.
It's a good alternative Christmas album, let's put it that way.
Oh, I really like it.
Pigs in Blankets good. It makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
Which is what Christmas Day should
and
do.
the reason behind Christmas Day was we had a really sad year of losing a lot of people and family, and it was a really sad year, and I wanted to make something very heartwarming Christmassy. Before that was Western Mystical Tradition, which is one of my favourite albums.
Yeah, you love that album, don't you?
And then we go to Goddess in 2019, because Goddess was released 2nd of the 2nd 2019, and Gods
is 2nd of the 2nd 2021.
You know, and America came before.
That's pretty apt, isn't it?
That's pretty apt. Goes on.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Release Gods on the same?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, I did.
Look at me.
No, honestly, I did. I deliberately did it.
So I've literally been saying to Claude for about 2 years, you need to do a Gods album. You need to get a Gods album out there. You need to, yeah. And she's eventually got annoyed and gone and tuned in and done it for me. And my favourite track off this album is Canonos. I love Canonos, followed closely by Hades. But then I quite like the Dagda and Lou as well. But
I'm glad that you like more than less, really.
I don't think there's a track on this album that I don't like. There's quite a few. I mean, for you, what would be your favourite track on this album?
Oh, well, Dionysus is, I think, my favourite one, because it really lifts my vibrations when I listen to it. But I like all of them. Yeah. Like I've said before, I'm not going to release and record something I don't like.
Yeah, but I wasn't asking which ones you liked. I was asking which was your favourite track.
Is that not the same thing?
No. You can like all of them, but you can have favourites out of the ones you like.
Okay, well, let me have a look at them again. Look at my eyes, not my ears. So we're going to go... Apollo. So if I go through it, my favourites is... definitely Dionysus, Apollo.
You like Poseidon as well, don't you?
I haven't got Poseidon, Angela.
Not Poseidon,
Horus.
Not Horus.
No. Neptune.
Neptune.
Neptune's epic.
Neptune is epic.
I wouldn't put it on to chill out to.
Yeah, but you can use Neptune for Poseidon as well, because they're both god of the sea.
I really like Janus as well.
Yeah,
that's a really spiritual one. That's a really spiritual one for me. And
Pan's very uplifting as well, actually. I quite like Pan.
I like the Dagda, so...
The Dagda's good.
The kind of... There's so many on this that...
There's not a bad track, is there?
Well, in our opinion, no.
Oh, you'll have to let us know. Just the good ones, not the bad
ones.
We'll
look at the stats when we start getting all the plays of which ones are popular.
So, has everybody actually seen the album cover yet?
I don't know.
Have you actually put out the album cover yet?
I think I put it on loads of posts, yeah. It's there, look. That's the... It's going to look in reverse, but...
It is going to look in reverse, but that is the album cover. And it's very colourful and strong and dark. And what made you choose that particular cover?
That particular cover? Because I like colour. And you see, by my paintings... I just thought it was a photograph I took with stained glass, and I love that. I love green. Green's a really cool colour for me, and as you see, like with some, if you ever seen my oil paintings, they are very colourful, and there's something quite similar that I've designed and painted for that. So I just wanted it to really stand out.
Yeah. It's a very good album cover, and it is going to stand out.
Because, if you look at all the gods and the illustrations and statues and paintings, people all have their own interpretations. Even ancient Egypt, they've got the hieroglyphic things, and it's what you...
Yeah, and they're quite colourful anyway, aren't they, the gods and goddesses? I mean, Merlin is a personification of Merlin, isn't it? The other way around. Merlin's a personification of Merlin. Merlin came first. So there is
pronounced properly.
There is
offending loads of people.
Sorry,
that's not how you pronounce it.
Sorry,
spelt it right.
I'm sure I'll get corrected by a few friends. Ashley Mortimer, he likes to correct me. Got to love him for it. But yeah, so with this album...
Yeah, let me get you back on the track listing.
I don't need to get on the track listing. You don't know what I'm about to ask.
No, I don't.
So, with this album, if there was one track, say you got put in front of a new age artist record label, which track would you play them first? Claude doesn't know I'm asking these questions, by the way. I'm just putting her totally on the spot.
Just have to visualise and hear it in my head what I'm playing. Off this album?
Off this particular album.
Freya.
Freya's a good one.
Pam. Janus.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're a bit more...
They're a bit more acceptable, I think.
Acceptable's the wrong word. They're a bit more mellow for more.
Yeah, they are a bit more mellow.
I mean, when I categorise my music, it goes from new age instrumental to very orchestral, upbeat. It could go from so it's really sometimes hard to categorise it under one or two headings, which when I have to upload it onto TuneCore and things, you have to, does it really fit in that? Because it's not completely classical, but it has classical elements with the strings bits in it, and it has the new age kind of, some of the more upbeat new age stuff and more the mellow stuff in, so it's quite...
Okay.
You know.
So, if I was to say to you, you get somebody who has a playlist that has 2 million views on every single month, and they said, I want to put one of your songs...
I'd say yes, please, thank you.
Any song, but it's got to be off the Gods album. And you can choose whatever song you want to put on there. It doesn't matter about what it is, but they want your favourite song off your Gods album.
What sort of question is this?
Which one would you choose?
Janus, I think, for that.
Okie doke. Okay.
You're putting me on the spot here, honey.
I know, I'm meant to. That's what this is meant to be.
Okay.
So it proper confuses her. I like doing that. It's good fun.
Okay.
I like doing it. So, what I'm going to say about this album, I'm going to say this album is a journey. It's a journey with the gods. You can use each one of these tracks to connect into the gods. You can use each one of these tracks to go on a journey with the gods. You can use each one of these tracks to work more with the gods. You can also use these tracks to relax to chill out to play in the background if you really want to, or to sit there and actually enjoy them, which is what they're supposed to be.
Some of them to empower you as well.
Oh god, yeah, there is some real empowering tracks here. I mean, Hades is very empowering.
And we've road tested some of these when driving through Lincolnshire, and they really do go well with the scenery and driving. They do. They're open countrysides and things as well. It's
a very good driving album as well. You know, if you want something on that's not so heavy that you're going to be taken away and start wanting to speed and things like that. But you want to sort of relax and chill out while you're driving and just enjoy it. This album's perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. Couldn't agree more with that one.
Fabulous.
I love listening to it in the car. I really do. Claude's got a bit bored of listening to it a little bit now.
Well, you can have overkill, can't you, of your own music, and it's just nice to have a break from it now and record some new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you was to say anything to people watching this video about this album, what would you say?
Listen to it.
Is that it? That's supposed to get them
I think, yeah, well, that's motivational for me. It's discover it, listen to it, embrace it, enjoy it. And that's what music for me is about. It's, you know, I listen to some of my favourite artists and they create feelings within me and well-being and good things. And that's what, and if you connect, you know, I think if one person connects with one track or one element of something and it makes them feel something amazing, I've done my job as a composer and a musician.
And Claude generally believes that's all she's making music for that one person to connect and to enjoy and to have it make an impact.
I've always been an outsider. I've never been one for the masses. So doing that, for, you know, it connects with one of you or to you, and that's a great thing.
I like that, right down the camera, to you.
To you.
But yeah, so this is just a bit of a quick chat about Claude's music, and especially the Gods album. It was just a quick couple of questions just to sort of get you to know a little bit more behind the Gods album and behind Earth Tree Healing, really. So if you're interested in any of Earth Tree Healing's music, there's plenty out there. You just need to go into all the major stores and stream it, download, or you could go and buy a download from phoenixflames.co.uk. It is on there as well, and Claude gets all the money from Phoenix Flames because she allows us to use her music.
Well, I don't really get the money, you get the money, Angela, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, it goes into our bank account.
Kitty,
yeah, it goes into our holiday fund.
Yeah.
Or it goes into the cat food fund.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening, thank you for joining us on this journey, and thank you for being here for all of Claude's music, because without you,
it's just me and Angela listening.
It's just us two listening, and the cats.
Yeah, and they like it as well.
And the cats like it, and it sends them to sleep. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's us signing off.
Bye-bye.
Bye.